It's like Mystery Science Theater, but all about ourselves.
Yeah. I love that.
I love that too. All right, guys, welcome back to the podcast.
Hey, you guys, welcome to Find Your Beach, a quarantine podcast hosted by Rosebud Baker and Andy Haynes. I'm Andy.
And I'm Rosebud.
And we're so excited to join you on another Monday morning. God Christ is good.
Look at God.
Look at God.
I want to read new reviews.
All right, go ahead.
Those of you who haven't left us a review yet, get over to iTunes and leave us a review right the fuck now, okay? Don't waste another moment on this earth not letting people know about this goddamn podcast, okay? This is from Average Juan. It says it's a 5-star review. It says Venn diagram. That intersection in the Venn diagram. I don't know if he actually thinks it's a Venn diagram or if this is a joke. It's Venn, just so you know.
But that's fine.
We get it. That intersection in the Venn diagram between Come Town and Yeah, but Still, but older.
Thank you.
First of all, that hurts my feelings. I'm the same age as the fucking Come Town boys.
Nope.
Yes,
No,
I
you're
am.
not.
Yes, I am.
You are not.
How old are they?
They're all like 30.
I'm 30. Okay. My favorite insane. This is just my favorite. Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to do that?
What?
Just like hack up a fucking hairball in the middle of the reviews?
People like it.
All right. My favorite insane couple. This is from AMP1306. I've been listening to FYB since day one, and Rosebud and Andy's insane humor and relationship has carried me through the days that were 2020 and are 2021. If you like to laugh, definitely give this one a listen. Thank you so much. Those are our 2 reviews this week. You guys are doing fucking great at leaving these reviews. Every time I put out a reminder at the beginning of the podcast, we get a new one every week. You guys are fucking killing it. Thank you so much. If you haven't, head over to iTunes, leave us a review, subscribe, all that jazz. And if you're not a Patreon member yet, we got a Patreon, folks. www.patreon.com/findyourbeach. Got a bunch of new content on there.
We name names.
We do. We fucking talk shit.
We spill tea.
We give you the dirt.
Yeah.
And then some.
And we also have a picture of Mouse kind of fiddling herself. It's pretty gross.
You get her whole pussy on there.
Okay, so
she requested we do that, actually. She downloaded the photos. She put them up. We can't seem to figure out how to get them down, probably because the baby in the box helped her.
Taking an online art class, and I guess they got into kind of some like third wave feminism kind of, downtown scene stuff. And anyways, lots of kind of
floral,
menstrual, blood,
vaginal.
And we're not totally into it, but also what kind of parent shuts down their art? What do you think? I want to be the guy that yells in the beginning of a documentary or whatever?
He's not the dad from Mitchell's versus the Machines, okay?
Yeah.
He's going to let his daughter chase her dream, whatever fucked up dream that might be.
Yeah, I let my kids learn their mistakes just like I did. And, hopefully they get together by 40,
The VI Bistro is, what is it, June
27th at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Thank
we
you.
will be in the fair city of
Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah.
And we will be doing a show there. So if you are a VI Beach, that is the top tier of the Patreon, you get free tickets to that show. So message us on the Patreon. That's probably the number one reason to fucking
Stephanie
join
said she might
as
come
a VI
up.
Beach.
She said she might come up from Florida.
I know. I'm very excited.
We'd love to see you, Steph.
Okay. Bottom of the... Oh, wait.
I have some business.
Oh, go ahead. Didn't realize.
So my birthday's coming up July 11th. If anybody wants to start floating ideas for maybe a group gift, whatever you guys want to do.
That's your business? That's the announcement you wanted to make on the pod?
That's part of it.
Cool.
It's just all Patreon business. But if you guys want, my birthday is coming up.
Okay, and if you want some bad advice, you can text us at 917-540-8395 and send in your bad advice questions. We'll answer them on the podcast.
Yep. And then also, I just wanted to go through a few things business-wise.
besides his birthday.
Anna Jeanette said, Mom loved the VI Bistro. See, if you join at the VIB tier, you get to come and hang out with us once a month. And Anna brought her mom. We didn't make her pay extra.
Yeah.
Kind of we made
an exception.
Yep. And
first thing we thought, we saw the mom, we were like, well,
hot.
this bitch is getting in free.
Yeah.
You know?
So, but anyways, moms love it. So that should tell you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Jessica
Jessica said that she missed it. But do you have a date? We just told you, Jessica. And
pay attention.
So hopefully you're there. We have a new patron. Her name is Karen. It's spelled Keren.
Okay. Fair.
Well, it's okay.
Keren. Not to be confused with Karen, the woman who yells the N-word when somebody's having a barbecue.
Yeah. And then there's lastly, Luca, one of our VIBs, he wrote and he said, I'm trying to get tickets to see Rosebud in Chicago, but all the clubs said that they do not work her. And
shut the fuck up. I swear to God.
He said he called and they said never heard of her.
This is what happens when you guys ask to see me. Andy has his whole dick shrinks up and he's just like, how do I make fun of this?
And
how do I belittle my wife's success?
He said I called all the clubs in Chicago and they all said who? And
that's so weird because that never happened before I married you.
No, I know, it's weird. Maybe
so bizarre.
Anyways, yeah. So that's our new patron.
No,
Karen.
is Luca asking for tickets?
Yes.
Okay, Luca, thank you for messaging us. We'll get you tickets to that show, and you will not have to pay. So congratulations, Luca. Yeah, if you're a VI Beach, you can message us. We will get you free tickets to the shows. What's on the menu for today? Besides your "I'm a good white guy" shirt.
What could we talk about?
What does your shirt say? Tax the rich.
Yeah.
For a Green New Deal.
Yeah.
Medicare for all, housing for all.
And there's another one.
New York City Democratic Socialists of America.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pivoting. I'm
Doesn't feel like a pivot.
Political hero now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
What do you do on the weekends? What does that
I just
entail?
hang out with AOC. We just gab, just talk about how to fix America's problems.
Yeah, I've been chatting with her too.
We have Bellinis.
I've been talking to her about like how to tweet more.
Yeah. How to own people, how to ratio them.
Yeah, how to destroy on the internet.
Do you not like AOC?
I do like AOC, but I also like I was like reading up on her. You know what? I'm not in love with the internet politician thing,
Well, I don't think that she's
But I do think she's great.
Exclusively an internet politician. I think she just has wicked clapbacks.
See, that's exactly the shit that I'm talking about.
Ted Cruz, you're coming in trying to say some stuff about what's right for Texas. Watch out, because AOC's coming, and what's that? A clapback. What's that?
A clapback.
A clapback.
Oh, she got you.
Did you just clap? No, I clapped
You've
back.
been owned by AOC.
Yeah, you got AOCing your way out
of the door because
AOC did not
just owned you.
You're uninvited. Your bracelet was taken away. And
yeah,
you were no
there's
longer...
something about that just adds to my like daily fury. I don't know why, but it's just like the way that people make politicians cool just infuriates me.
Yeah, that's the same way that I don't like it when I see a group of people that I think is lame having fun. That does that for me.
Yeah.
It makes me angry when I see like nerds laughing. I'm like, what are you so happy about?
It actually makes me upset when I see anybody laughing. If I'm passing like a group of people on the street and they're laughing, sometimes I just want to yell, it's not funny.
Yeah.
Like I just want to be like, that's not funny. I don't know why. I also don't like that AOC is like revered the same way that like Taylor Swift is. The fact that we call her AOC, you know, and then we call Taylor Swift T Swift. It's just like,
You want to say Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez every time?
yeah, I do.
Wow, okay.
That's her fucking name.
I just want to say, shout out all my Latinx mommies.
And I want to apologize
And
for
AOC,
my choice of husband.
I appreciate that dance video you made when you were in college.
That dance video you made?
You don't know about that?
I'm sorry, what?
You don't know about this?
What?
She made a video that was like a lip syncing music video or something in college that was like for an assignment, but it like
AOC did?
Yeah, and she's like the same age as us, and she dug it up, or the Republicans dug it up when she was like a freshman congressperson, and they tried to be like, look at her, she's like she's a bad politician. And it just made her look like really relatable and fun and pretty. And people were like, yeah, look at her. Like,
it's just like her dancing with her dog at a barbecue.
She's just on like a roof in the Bronx. And she's just like singing along with her like college friends.
Yeah.
And they
They're
were like,
look
at her.
This sinful woman.
Look at her having fun without her husband's permission. Where's her father?
You know, I don't know why, that just made me think of Handmaid's Tale, but I haven't watched Handmaid's Tale in probably at least 2 years.
Did you watch the last season?
No. I haven't watched it since the first season. And even the first season, I just felt like, God, this is like a lot.
It's like feminist torture porn.
It really is. It's like white slavery, you know? They're just like, ooh, what if we made it white? You know, it's just like the dumbest fucking show. And then all these women watched it, and it was like the thing that kept bugging me about the whole Me Too movement, as I was like, we're really like, I just felt like not all of us feel like fucking victims.
Yeah.
You know? It's not to say that none of this is happening. It's all happening. But it felt like for so long all of our focus was on like, oh, we're such victims. And I was like, ugh.
Well, that was the thing, like, I don't
feel gross.
I don't know where to like, because I feel like we've gone, you know, like history is a pendulum that swings back and forth or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think that like right now we are very far to the like vulnerable, everybody's got like a feeling that's valid. You have to take time to process trauma.
Nobody's ugly.
Yeah, nobody's ugly. Nobody sucks.
Nobody's fat.
There's no bullies. And, you know, I think for the most part, that's good. I do have the thought a lot where, like, when a new group, like, stands up and everybody's like, you can't say that about those people. I literally in my head, I go, but who do we get to make fun of? Like, when, you know, like, there's got to be some people that we could still make fun of just for their existence. And, you know, it's hard, but
Can I say, when we were watching I Care a Lot with my dad, and Peter Dinklage came on the screen, and my dad just started laughing.
Yeah.
And my Republican father just started cracking up
at the notion
at the
that
sight of Peter Dinklage
existed.
And I was like, there was something about his laughter that I was like, man, I don't get to laugh like that at anybody. Like, that's over. That's over for me. I don't get to do that. Our generation, like, doesn't get to do that. And millennials, we're in this weird group because we fucking, bless you. We grew up with the idea that, like, every time you looked in the mirror, if you didn't, like, hate your body, you weren't, like, you weren't trying,
yeah.
You know? And now there's, like, this body positivity and, like, and we're still young enough that we're like, cool, okay, we can adapt, you know? We're trying.
Yeah.
And the boomers are just, like, not trying. Like, they're just, like, accepted who they are.
They're like, if you're fat, people hate you. And that's just, you have to live a hated life. That is kind of, they're just like, you're a lesser human because you obviously can't control yourself around food, and we're allowed to poke you in the stomach and giggle, all right? And then, they'll just say that about, you can elaborate on how evil that joke can go for different groups of people. But I mean, it's like,
And it's fine, because here's the thing. It's like, you gotta adapt and you gotta change. Like, there's things about this time period that, like, if you're not going with it, you will be stuck in this it's like, you gotta fucking evolve, right? It's like evolve or die, basically.
Yeah.
And so it is what it is. But I look at my dad and the way that he, like, views the world, and I remember calling up my dad at one point. I was worried about one of my sisters, and I was like, I think she's really in trouble because she was with this guy that was I thought, like, abusive. And I called up my dad and I was like, I think this is bad. And my dad was like, well, does she have a black eye? And I was like, well, no.
Is she crying on her back porch smoking a cigarette?
Yeah. Did she call you from the hospital? And he's like, well, then I don't think there's really any reason to freak out. He's so fucking Southern. Just like.
It's so easy. That's the thing. Like, that worldview, like.
You just don't see anything past your own experience of the world. You don't have to even factor in other perspectives. It's like, it's an easier way to live,
Yeah, I mean,
but it's going to become harder and harder to be that way.
My dad is the opposite in a way. He's not cognizant of all the trends and stuff like that, but he's like, I don't know, it's weird because he doesn't clock all of the same stuff.
Yeah.
Like, like he would be like a little bit more like empathetic and like helpful in that situation. But then my dad, like, I remember like when the Me Too stuff was happening, my dad was like, I'm going to start the Not Me movement. And I was like, what? And he was like, well, I've never done that. And I was like, oh, Jesus, nobody's coming for you, Gary. You're retired. You can't.
Gary and his 200 Instagram followers.
Yeah, you're not going to lose your place in your over 55 community that you are a part of. Like,
the Not Me movement.
And I was just like, this isn't, they're not, nobody's going to cancel you, Dad. Don't worry.
I mean, in that case, you should have just let him do it. I think that's fucking hysterical.
My dad's had some just, like, knock it out of the ballpark bad ideas. One of them, I don't think he listens to this. I think because he still thinks that you get podcasts by buying them physically at like a Best Buy. Like there's a podcast section. But he designed an earring that looks just like a button. It's like too big to be an earring, but it's got a ear. He's deaf in one ear, and his deaf ear is pierced, and the earring is on that ear, and it's a picture of an ear
with a cross
with
through
a
it,
line through it, like the Ghostbusters sign.
Like
And,
not this ear.
Yeah, but it just looks like no ears. That's what the like. But like I don't know if people see that and they're like, oh, that ear doesn't work. I think they're like, no ears. Like, is that
this
not
guy
an
got
ear?
against ears?
Can you not put an ear there? It's so weird.
My mom's deaf in one ear too.
I'll get her one of these earrings.
She'd probably wear it. No ears. That should be on our merch.
Yeah, no ears.
Find
no
your
ears
beach.
Here.
No ears. I still want to make the white slurs.
Yeah, we gotta
merch.
make that.
We gotta get to that.
That's easy. We can do that drop shipment.
Okay.
Well, I guess we have nothing else to talk about.
Do we have nothing else?
No, we do. Of course we do.
I went to Portland this weekend.
Yeah, you hung out with a married couple that is having a baby soon, and they were in a Tesla.
Yeah.
Was that your first time in a Tesla?
It was my first time in a Tesla, and I got to tell you this. I think that I think Elon Musk is trying to wipe out the entire ADHD population.
Why is that?
Because that fucking car, if you're ADD, you cannot fucking drive that shit.
It's got an iPad Pro as the dashboard.
Yeah, it's like, and there's video games on it, and there's cameras of the road. So, like, you can see the road in front of you, behind you, and on the sides of your car in the dashboard. And so I can't imagine driving that shit and not looking at the fucking dashboard the whole time. I mean, the whole time this couple was looking at the dashboard and fighting about it.
On the dashboard, like play games while you're driving?
You can do anything while you're driving. Like, you can do anything on that. You can make all the seats fart, which was the funniest thing I've ever experienced. I couldn't stop laughing. I thought it was so brilliant. No.
Okay.
They didn't vibrate. But while you're like charging it, you can play video games where you're like in the car, like almost like Super Mario Kart, and you're just driving with the wheel.
Really?
Yeah.
You're playing a video game with your actual
steering wheel.
Oh my God. We got to get one.
$30,000.
Easy.
Easy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to rob some of the clients I moved.
Okay, good idea. Yes, now we're talking.
Now we're talking
Bringing
about
home the bacon.
Yes. Yes,
But
Daddy.
honestly, I don't think those cars are like safe for people that have attention deficits. Like, I really think that if you put me in one of those, I'd be better off in a fucking motorcycle.
Yeah. I hate motorcycles.
You do?
I'm not responsible enough. I'm too ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be riding a motorcycle and looking at my phone. Like, it's too much. Because I remember
But that's what a Tesla is. You're literally looking at your phone driving a car.
Your car is the phone.
Your car is the phone.
Your car is the phone.
There's nothing else on the dashboard, you guys. It's just
the phone.
It's just a dashboard with no, like, there's no speed limit. There's no gas gauge. Everything is on that fucking screen.
There's no concept
and
of
you have
time.
to swipe, and you have to swipe to, like, see how much gas you have. So
reality is an illusion.
the whole time, this couple was, like, fighting about the screen. So they're just like, I mean, I love her. My best friend, Courtney, and her husband, Pete, they were just fucking bitching at each other about the screen.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I would feel the same way. Like, if Andy
Can you
was
watch Netflix?
It's like, and then Courtney was yelling at him for looking at his phone, and I'm like, dude, it's how is that any different than what the fuck is on your dashboard right now?
Can you watch Netflix?
Yes, you can watch Netflix, Hulu. They were watching Mayor of Easttown when I went in to do my set at Helium. I came back out, they were watching Mayor of Easttown in their car.
Jesus. You know, I found a hack so that we can watch YouTube videos on our screen. That's pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm going to watch documentaries about bees.
About bees?
Yeah, or whatever. Elk.
Or we could watch more mini documentaries about mental illness.
Yeah, about narcissistic
personality
Stockholm
disorder.
syndrome.
Yeah. No, that's
cool.
a great idea.
Great.
Yeah, we'll do it on the way home.
Perfect.
Can you do it while you're driving?
Yeah. It's a
Okay.
hack.
Yes.
It's a hack.
This is what I'm talking about. Okay. I want to watch something and I want to avoid conversation.
If your genitals were an animal, which one would they be?
A bunny rabbit.
Okay. Well, that's generous.
What do you mean generous?
What do you mean?
What do you mean generous?
Bunny rabbits are cute.
They have a little pink eye.
Okay. You didn't have to make it PG-13.
Okay. What about yours?
Probably like a sloth.
Aardvark.
Same family. Same genus, I think.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I really know your dick, don't I?
I guess.
What made you ask that question?
Just wanted to kind of catch you off guard, but you were too quick.
Guys, if your genitals were an animal,
What
let
would
us
they
know
be?
what they would be.
And don't send us pictures of your
Sound
genitals.
off in the comments.
Do not send us pictures.
Sound
of
off in the DMs.
Go off in the
Chat room.
Send us all of your thoughts on Bank of America's Erica AI assistant.
Yeah, what does she do?
Never dealt
Who
with
the
her.
fuck is this bitch? Nobody's ever talked to Erica.
Yeah, I mean she's always there, and I'm like, Erica, bug up, get out of here, Erica.
I'm not talking to a fucking AI assistant about my bank account.
Especially when that's named Erica.
For
What
real.
Are you a? Did you
Some bitch I went to camp with.
did you score the highest on your IB exam?
Erica.
Um.
Do you have anything else?
Yeah, I do.
We have a bad advice question that we need to answer. So get to your thing and then we'll go.
I don't really have anything, but I think we should talk longer.
I do have a question for you.
Okay.
Why do you think that your skin broke out when I left town? Is it because you missed me so much?
No, I think that I
Okay, cool.
have like a deep-seated anxiety that kind of resides in my inner kind of chemistry, and sometimes it kind of comes to the surface, and I'm not good at not touching things. Because if you're gonna be a pimple that pops. Jesus
Can you guys
Christ.
look up what the what that disorder is that makes you pick at yourself?
We've already talked about that. I don't want to talk about
What's it called?
anxiety.
No, there's like a specific thing. He's looking. SPD? What is it? What does that stand for?
Super proud dick.
No, that's not it.
Is that it?
Probably not.
Okay. Yeah,
Dermatillomania?
I got dermatillomania.
Can you okay, wow. So you have dermatillomania.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I can turn a freckle into a gunshot wound. It's a
You
pretty
really
good
can.
skill.
It's wild.
I wouldn't call it a mental illness.
I would call it a mental illness.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Some people want
It's
to
related to OCD.
Some people want to make themselves beautiful, and other people want to know how human they are. And that's what I do. I do it so that I lower myself down a little bit so I can be with all the regular people, you know?
Is that what it is?
Yep. I humble myself through acts of prostration.
Okay. And you're just letting out the evil? Is that what it is?
No, it's like a self-inflicted pain is kind of a sign of penance for the sins of white Americans in the 18th century.
Wow. What a fucking savior.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy that I haven't won the Nobel Peace Prize.
It's really amazing. Especially, it's like, look at you.
I'm Toni Morrison.
You're the white male Toni Morrison.
True that. I wouldn't. It doesn't have to be a gendered thing. It doesn't have to be race and gendered. I'm just like Toni Morrison.
Yeah, you're exactly like her.
Yeah, very similar. I write. Yes. I'm
Pieces of me that I am, or whatever.
yeah. Oprah really likes me.
Oprah really loves you. Yeah, that's true. It's been, if there's one thing that
You could if there's
Find
one
Your
thing
Beach
you're
is
gonna
known
take
for,
away,
it's that Oprah loves us.
Oprah loves us. She's coming out to all the shows in Chicago. Yes, mommy. And
Yes, mommy.
yeah.
All right, pull up this bad advice segment, would you?
Y si estás escuchando, María, voy a visitar Salinas en lo próximo mañana.
Don't speak to people in Spanish on the podcast.
What are you talking about?
Stop trying to make plans with people on the podcast.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Okay. All right. Well, Tarek sent us two things. And Tarek, first, he said, please do a segment in a Dr. Phil wig and mustache and talk the way he talks. It would be fucking hilarious. You and Rosie wearing wigs and the accent. I think that's a great idea. We'll try to get that done this weekend.
What do you mean wear a wig? Andy already looks like Dr. Phil.
I can't grow a mustache, but I'll get a fake one. And I'm not going to shave my head, but I will talk like Dr. Phil.
And we'll get down to solving problems.
How funny is it that Dr. Phil is the impetus for the Cash Me Outside girl?
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
I love that they're connected, you know?
Yeah. All right. So this is a weird one because it's not really.
Let me read it.
Why do you want to read it?
Because I want to read it.
Do you see how she takes everything from me?
I had a friend in college who claimed that he lived in France and was fluent in the language. And when we would ask him to say something in French, he'd make up a word and it would be fucking hilarious. Like everyone around him knew it was bullshit. And I told everyone to act normal. And one time, one of our friends in the group asked him a serious, long question in French, and that look on his face still makes me, to this day, smile like a maniac from ear to ear. So the advice is act gullible when you know you're talking to a liar?
That's the question.
That's what?
So the question is, do you, when somebody's lying and you know it, do you play along or do you call them on it? And my advice to you is always play along, because here's the thing. Liars, especially pathological liars, will do anything to preserve the lie, okay? If you've watched enough true crime, you know that most of the time when somebody murders somebody, God, don't touch me.
You literally have
You're
shit
not
on
allowed
your face.
to touch me.
Okay. Go ahead.
That's when they explode. They'll do anything to preserve the lie. They'll kill. All right?
Can I please get the thing off your face?
What do I have, some sleep in my eye?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's
Let me
not
get it.
really bad. Nobody can see it.
Okay. Go on. Sorry.
Do you want to chime in?
Yeah, I would say that because this happens a lot when you're doing crowd work and somebody's trying to be like smart.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, my name's Kevin.
And then they're like, you go, what's your job? And they go,
I'm a Disneyland reporter.
Yeah, I put boobs on statues.
And you're like, okay. And I love to just like take it very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, let's just fucking pretend that's a normal answer so that you don't get the attention that you're craving. You know? Let's just play along like
I kick them out.
Like you are special needs or
I
something.
kick them right out of the show.
You
That's what
kick
I
them
do.
out of the show?
I go, get this guy the fuck out of here. I'm the funny one. Okay? It's not for you.
Yeah, and there's nothing funnier than that.
I don't
than
let-
a guy
I don't
demanding that he's the funny one.
I don't let the audience applaud for anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't say give it up for your host. I don't say give it up for the troops. I don't say give it up for the MC.
You don't say give it up for this couple that's
no.
enjoying their anniversary.
It is all about me. I am the star. You paid to see me.
If he mentions that he's married and they clap, he's like, stop it.
I call 1-800-DIVORCE.
Stop clapping. Don't clap for my wife.
Do not clap for Rosebud.
Yeah, he gets very upset. Have you noticed that when you mention you got married, people clap?
Yeah.
I don't really get it.
They're like, oh, God, that's great. It's like a homeless wheelchair guy standing up and being in a suit.
Yeah. They're like, oh, he did it.
He put on a suit.
There's something about it that feels very patronizing, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, typically you're supposed to clap at the end of something. You know, they should clap like after I die and you've like finished.
What do you mean?
You finished being married. You did it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You completed the job.
Do you think you're going to die first?
No, I really don't. Actually, I was writing out beneficiaries today.
What?
For my money. And I was like, I mean, I'm leaving this to Andy, but it's like the chances of him dying before me are pretty astronomical.
Not true. I'm going to live forever. I've told you that before.
You're not, because you're going to squeeze all of the youth out of your face.
I think I look young.
Before we get there.
Here's what happens. It's just like what's that? Microblading? I'm just doing macroblading, okay? So I squeeze, and then my body heals, and then it puts new cells there. So actually I have a younger face than you.
Yeah, it's actually producing collagen.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Good for you, babe.
Thanks, babe.
Should I finish this message?
Well, it's just him congratulating you on some stuff, which...
No, you're in here too, dummy.
God. We need more of that. You know? I should congratulate Rosebud some more.
Okay. Congrats, Rosebud, on that damn Michael Che. It was fucking hilarious. Great job. And question, why were you cast as a reporter on that episode? I thought you were like a customer or a client in that bank and you got kidnapped. I don't know why I was a reporter, actually.
Were you a reporter?
Yeah, I played a reporter. But there's no context. It was just like, here's a reporter.
You don't ever go like, and we're here at the scene.
No, there's just a microphone next to me.
That's bizarre.
Yeah. Another question, which I can't comprehend, is why you guys don't have specials yet. It's insane. In the membrane. Does Netflix have the wrong number? Check your voicemails. Sending you love from your buddy from Egypt, Tarek Hosni.
They actually, Netflix did offer us specials, but they told a guy that was opening for us
to tell us that it's canceled.
Yeah.
And if you weren't paying attention to,
That's
if
from
you're
the
not in the
Patreon
Patreon,
episode.
you don't understand that joke.
But, sometimes you have those little Easter eggs.
Yeah, little callbacks.
Yeah.
Little inside jokes for the Patreons. Anyway, join the Patreon, www.patreon.com/findyourbeach.
And what number can they call if they want to get bad advice?
917, you can text 917-540-8395, and you can text us your bad advice questions directly. You can also DM them to us on Instagram. You can email us at findyourbeachpod@gmail.com. And if you're a Patreon member, you can message us through there. Make sure you watch our podcast on YouTube if you want to watch it. It's on my YouTube channel, Rosebud Baker, and we've got all of our episodes up on there.
And I actually have reaction videos of me watching the podcast on my YouTube. So if you want to go over there and watch that.
Yeah, they're pretty good. It's just Andy bleeping out everything I say and then laughing at his own jokes.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I'm cracking up, man. I am cracking
You want to see a man gas himself right up.
Yeah.
You can head over to Andy's YouTube, and that's
Andy Haynes.
Andy Haynes.
Yeah, just my name.
Pretty straightforward.
Yep.
All right, you guys. Also known as the White Maya Angelou.
No, it's Toni Morrison, but Maya Angelou is pretty lateral, so I'll take it. And then also, you can go fuck yourselves. So there's always that.
Jesus Christ. Wash your hands.
Don't lick your lover's eyes.
And don't spit in their mouths unless it's a committed monogamous relationship. Mousy, do you want to do a
house sesh?
House sesh? A little house sesh? Oh! Oh! Nothing. She wants nothing to do with that. We need Charlie here.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Don't break up.